what are the different ways you can actually get traffic to your website, right? I'm not going to spend much time on this, but basically, it could be from your offline marketing, your flyers, your phone calls, your magazine ads, all those offline advertisements that you do. It could be your direct e-marketing, like your direct emails with links to your website, your Google advertisements, your Facebook advertisements, and all those different advertisements from which you can pull traffic to your website. And then the third one is natural search results. People searching for information online on Google search engine and then ending up in your website. So the main thing I want you to take away is this natural search result is about 1/3 of traffic source on average for most of the websites. So what's SEO? Before going to SEO, as you can see, Google, Bing, Yahoo, these are the major search engines, right? And then people are constantly searching for information by typing search terms into these different search engines, right? And you can see that Google now has 88% market share in search engines. So search engine optimization is now just Google search engine optimization, because Google has just took the whole market. And Google alone serves about 4 billion queries every day, right? Every single day it serves 4 billion search queries. And we'll see a quick example of a search engine result page. So that's a result page. Say a user is looking for an accountant in Brunswick, and he's searching for accountants Brunswick, right, in a Google search engine. And if you can see the results, Linda McGowan, that's the only accounting firm that I can see in the result page. And everything else is yellow pages and stuff. So if you're an accountant based in Brunswick, then SEO is all about getting your website as the #1 result for that search term. So that clearly explains what SEO is. So if you're an accountant in Brunswick, then when people search for accountants in Brunswick, you want your website to be #1 result, or at least in the first page. So that's what you're trying to achieve from SEO. Within this result, there are two things. One is your Google ads, and then your natural search results. As you can see, the top one, you can see ads related to accountant Brunswick. So you can actually pay Google and tell Google, when someone search accountants Brunswick, show my website as #1, right? And every time someone clicks on your result, you need to pay Google on a pay-per-click basis. So that's Google advertisements. But SEO is about getting your website naturally without paying Google anything. So again, what's SEO? Like we discussed, people input search terms into search engines to search for information, and the job of search engines is to actually find useful and relevant content for those search terms, right? So SEO is all about ensuring your web page is visible for the search engines, right? And your website comes up higher in the search results. And we saw an example for that as well. So that's SEO. And in this slide, I quickly mentioned that now Google is equal to search. The term Google is replacing the word search online. People are saying go Google it, right? They're not saying go search for information in a search engine, right? Because Google has 88% market share, and search engine optimization is just Google optimization now. And most SEO companies, they just focus on Google search engine, because you have to spend pretty much the same amount of time optimizing for other search engines as well. And what are the key metrics associated with any search terms? There are two key factors associated with any search term. One is the volume of the search term, and the other one is the competition for the search term. Right? Volume is basically how many times that keyword is being searched on average every month. Right? And competition is how many businesses are actually competing to rank for that keyword. So if you look at the example, accountants Brunswick, that keyword is being searched 880 times globally and 120 times every month. So that's 120 prospects for an accountant in Brunswick every month. And how many businesses are competing for that keyword? As in the first page, we can see only one accounting firm. Everything else was yellow pages and directory results. So probably there are not many accounting firms which are actually trying to rank for that keyword accountants Brunswick. So the competition is not very high, and the keywords is not bad. It's about 120 searches every month. So these are the things you need to consider while choosing your keyword. What's the volume? Is there enough people looking for that keyword? So that's the main two metrics associated with keywords. And within keywords, you mainly have two types of keywords, right? One is your short tail keywords, and the other one is your long tail keywords. Right? You need to think about what kind of keywords you want to rank for. For example, sports shoes, websites, these are short tail keywords, right? These short tail keywords tend to be more popular. The volume will be much higher, but the competition might be less, and they are less targeted as well. Whereas if you compare that with long tail keywords, instead of searching sports shoes, your prospect is actually looking for Nike Air Jordan 1998. So in the short tail keywords, the prospects is actually in the early stage of buying process. They still haven't decided what kind of shoes they want to buy or what kind of website they want to have. Whereas in long tail keywords, you can say that they have already decided what shoes they want or what kind of designers they are looking for, or where they want their business incubator to be located. So within SEO, there's two stages, right? One is your on-page SEO. These are things that you can do on your website that will influence your search engine results. Then there is off-page SEO. These are things you can do outside your website that will influence your search engine results, right? So if you look at on-page SEO, what are the different things you can do? Number one is your content. Make sure you have original content and useful content, right? Because the role of search engine is to find useful and relevant content for the users. So firstly you need to make sure that you have original and useful content, right? And even before writing your content, know what keywords you want to rank for. Use the keyword tool, find out what keywords your prospects are using, and then make sure you write your content along those keywords. So that's very, very important. So make sure you know the keywords and then write the content along your keywords. After that, there's page titles and page descriptions. These are things that search engine will be looking for when they go to a particular web page. What is the title of this page, and what is the description of the page? Page description is basically, it's a concise summary of what your page is about. So when search engine is going and indexing a page, it will look at the page title and description for that page to understand about that page. So these are the information that you're throwing out to the search engine to help them understand about your web page. Right? If you want to quickly look at the example, in the same example where we saw for Accountants Brunswick, that's their page title. They said Linda McGowan Accountants, Accountants Brunswick. And you can see they've used the search term Accountants Brunswick in their page title. And if you look at the description, it say our Brunswick offices are just a short drive from Melbourne. We are accounting firm. So again, they're trying using the keywords in their page description. And again, another important thing about page description is that's what your prospects see before they come to your website. Say they're searching for information, and that's the first thing they see even before landing on your web page. So you need to make sure the description is pretty clear and really ask your user to come and visit your page. So it's very important to have very clear description of what your page is about. And once you have a clear title and description, then think about check whether all your web pages has a SEO friendly URLs. That's one of the very important factors to rank well. Right? If you compare these two URLs, the first one is plumfirst.com.au/waterheater Melbourne. So they used a keyword in the URL. If you look at the second example, it's page ID 518. Right? That's not a search engine friendly URL. So when a search engine looks at this page, it probably might not understand what the page is about. But whereas it look at this page, it will understand, okay, this page is about water heater Melbourne. So make sure every single page in your website is SEO friendly. All your websites should say, so for example, if you're selling toys for kids, then your page should say xyz.com/kidstoys instead of saying /ID1234. It's visible. So when you look at a result page, you can see three things. The top line is your page title. Just below that is the URL of the page, which is what we are talking about now. So if you look at the same example, Linda McGowan, the page URL is lindamcgowan.com.au/accountants/Brunswick.
That's the heading on the page itself.
That's the heading on the page, and that's the URL of the page itself. I'll show you another example as well, actually.
Does it matter if that's just diverted to your page, or does that have to be your real?
That has to be your page, and what I'm saying is the URL of any page should match the content on that page. So if you're talking about water heater in that page, make sure that URL says water heater rather than saying ID1234. Right? This is another example. So if you search importance of SEO friendly URLs, right? You can look every single URL has the term importance of SEO friendly URL within the URL. That's a very good example of how important SEO friendly URLs are. We covered all the main stuff within the on-page SEO. Then we can quickly move to off-page SEO, right? These are stuff you you do outside your website to influence your search engine results. So off-page SEO, it's mainly about building quality and relevant backlinks to your website. Like she said, it's about building backlinks from directories, building backlinks from a lot of different websites, right? And you guys understand what is backlink? Yeah, it's basically link from different websites, incoming links from different website to your website. So it will generate traffic from the website, and again, so these search engine, they have very complex algorithm to rank a website, right? So for example, in case of Accountant Brunswick, to look at hundreds of different factors to rank a website, right? And one of the factors is what kind of links does this website have, and what kind of websites are referring this website, right? And if you have that reference from really high quality websites, then you'll probably rank higher. And what's the relevance of the websites which is actually referring to you, to your website? So it actually affects both. That's a good question. And some of the popular techniques to improve to build links. One is creating content is the main thing. So think about topics of interest for your prospects. Once you know what are the topics your prospects would be interested, write blogs and articles. And think about what are the different places you can go and share that information. There's a lot of article directories. Like HotFrog, you have a lot of article directories like eZine, articles E, a lot of article websites. So go and submit all your blogs and articles in those article websites. And then participate in industry blogs and forums. Firstly find out where your prospects are hanging out online, right? Once you know that, think about how you can go and create content in those blogs and forums. And then answer people's question. If someone is asking about a particular question, answer them, and then tell them, if you want more information, come to my website. This is the link to my website. So, off-page SEO is all about creating a content outside your website and then referring them back to your website, to quality content back to your website. So if someone is asking about SEO, you say, this is what I think. If you need more info, come to my website. I have few information on this. And people read that and they end up in your website. And if you have really quality high content, then a lot of other websites are going to refer to your content. You don't have to do anything. You just have to create quality content. And then someone is going to say, okay, look at this website. They're talking about this. And that's going to naturally build links to your website without you doing anything. So creating quality content is the key. If you do that, then everything else will follow.